A few days ago, I was convinced we were breaking up. Now I'm taking a pregnancy test. So much has happened. I would love to find out that I'm pregnant and get this incredible news.
Imagine the camera zooming in on Rick's face in a dusty village in Madagascar, sweat dripping down his forehead as Trisha's dad stares him dead in the eyes and says, "Today. You give us your answer today about the baby. No more games." Rick looks like he's about to pass out, mumbling something about needing more time while Trisha stands there torn between her family and the man she loves. Heart-pounding yet, that's the kind of raw pressure these three guys are under right now. One deadline, one pregnancy scare, and one life-changing night that none of them saw coming. If you're loving these wild 90-day Fiancé Before the 90 days recaps and want more drama delivered straight to your feed, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now. Talent Zone Updates has got your back with all the messy relationships, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. Let's dive into this chaos because, y'all, these three men, Rick, Stig, and Forrest, are standing at the biggest crossroads of their lives, and not a single one of them planned ahead. It's like the universe handed them a script full of intimacy, expectations, and family ultimatums, and they're all improvising badly. Start with Rick in Madagascar. This 52-year-old divorced dad from California has been dodging the baby talk like it's a live grenade. Trisha, his 25-year-old fiery midwife girlfriend, comes from a culture where family and kids are everything. She's been dropping hints, her dad has been pressing, and now the clock is ticking. Rick's out there trying to prove himself, carrying heavy jugs of water, washing clothes in buckets, doing chores to show he's committed to their life in the village. But deep down, he already has kids from his previous marriage, and the thought of starting over with diapers and midnight feeds at his age. It's freaking him out. Trisha's family gathers around, laying it all out. They want commitment, they want grandchildren, and they want Rick to step up or step off. Fans on Reddit are tearing this apart. Some are saying Rick's stringing her along, others feel for the guy because blending families and cultures is no joke. One commenter wrote, "Rick keeps talking about how much he wants Trisha physically, but when it comes to babies, he's suddenly vague. How hard is it to just say no?" And honestly, it hits home. I've heard so many stories from people in relationships where one partner wants kids and the other is quietly terrified of the responsibility. That, me too, moment when you're in love but the future visions don't line up. It can break your heart before it even starts. Rick's sweating bullets, asking for more time, but Trisha's dad isn't having it. The pressure is mounting, and you can see the love triangle forming, not between people, but between Rick, Trisha, and the expectations of an entire family and culture. Will he say yes and change his whole life, or will he finally draw the line? The tension is thick enough to cut with a machete. Meanwhile, halfway across the world in beautiful Belize, Aviva and Stig are dealing with a whole different kind of bombshell. Aviva, the 26-year-old from Arizona, has been dreaming big with her Belizean rapper boyfriend Stig the artist. They've been talking babies, building a future, and when her period is late, she gets her hopes up sky high. They're staring at that pregnancy test like it's the verdict on their entire relationship. Aviva's gutted when that single line appears, negative. No baby. She's heartbroken, tears in her eyes, because in her mind, a positive test would have locked everything in, sped up the timeline, made it all real. Stig, he's quietly relieved. In his confessional, he admits he wasn't truly ready, even though he played along saying they'd have beautiful biracial kids. One Reddit fan nailed it. Aviva was low-key hoping for a trap baby to move things faster, just like some other storylines we've seen. But Stig handles it with grace. Instead of letting the disappointment ruin the trip, he takes her on this epic hike to the Mayan ruins. They're climbing these ancient structures, the views are insane, and right when Aviva least expects it, boom. Stig drops to one knee at the top of this tall ruin, proposes with a ring, promising loyalty forever. Aviva's face lights up like the Belize sun. She says yes instantly. They're engaged. It's such a roller coaster, from pregnancy scare gut punch to proposal high. People on Instagram are split. Some call it romantic as hell, others say it's moving too fast after the baby disappointment. But that moment when he pulls out the ring, pure 90-day magic mixed with real human emotion. It makes you root for them even when you know these international relationships come with a million complications. Now, shift to the Philippines, where things get steamy and life-altering in a whole new way. Forrest, the 32-year-old virgin from Oregon, has been waiting 7 long years for this in-person connection with Sheena. They've built everything online, Sheena even watching his life through home security cameras. Finally, they're together in this private villa, and the chemistry is off the charts. This is the night they've both fantasized about for years. No more waiting. They take that huge step, losing their virginity to each other in what sounds like an intense, passionate, unforgettable evening. The next morning, Forrest wakes up giddy, smiling ear to ear, talking about how amazing it was, how connected they felt. And then, he does something wild. He declares Sheena his wife right there in the villa. Calls her his wife, but almost immediately, reality crashes in. He's dreading the phone call to his mom Molly, who has been super protective and skeptical about the whole relationship from day one. Forrest knows this declaration is going to blow up the family dynamics. Fans are losing it over the details. Some recaps mention how open they were about the experience, talking about everything on camera, which made viewers both cringe and cheer. One person on Reddit said, "If losing your virginity was so special, why share every detail with the world?" But also, good for them for finally connecting after all that waiting. It's relatable in its awkwardness and sweetness. How many of us have had that one night where everything feels perfect, only for the morning after to bring a wave of, "What did I just commit to?" Forrest is over the moon but already second-guessing how to break the wife news to his family, especially with visa issues and money problems hanging over their heads. These 3 stories are weaving together the same messy theme. None of these couples planned ahead. Rick's dodging a baby deadline that could end his relationship or force him into fatherhood again. Aviva and Stig went from potential pregnancy to surprise engagement without a real roadmap. Forrest turned one passionate night into an instant marriage declaration while ignoring the practical hurdles of bringing Sheena to America. It's all heart, hormones, and hope colliding with harsh reality. Throughout the episode, you feel the cultural clashes, Rick in Madagascar learning village life but clashing with family values, Aviva embracing Belizean adventure, Forrest navigating Filipino hospitality while his American mom watches from afar. And the fan reactions? Pure gold. On Reddit, threads are blowing up with people saying Rick should just be honest about not wanting more kids, others defending Aviva's baby hopes as natural when you're in love across borders, and plenty shipping Forrest and Sheena as the cutest underdogs. One Instagram comment summed it up. These men are not ready for the lives they're accidentally building, but isn't that what makes 90 Days so addictive? As the stories unfold, the pressure keeps building. Rick's ultimatum looms larger, Aviva's new ring sparkles with both joy and uncertainty, and Forrest's morning after glow starts fading into worry about that dreaded call home. You keep waiting for the other shoe to drop. Will Rick cave or walk away? Will Stig's proposal hold when real life hits? Will Forrest's wife declaration survive his family's pushback? And here's where it gets even juicier, the big twist that nobody saw coming in this episode's undercurrents. While all this is happening on the surface, whispers from past episodes and fan theories point to deeper secrets bubbling up. Rick has already confessed to cheating during that ghosting period with Trisha. Aviva's pregnancy scare felt suspiciously timed to some viewers who think she wanted to move things along. But the real shocker tying it all together. Forrest's bold wife declaration isn't just romantic, it's his way of locking in a future before his mom can intervene again, but what he doesn't realize is that one night of passion might have consequences far beyond a phone call. In the world of 90 Day, these unplanned moments have a way of revealing hidden truths that change everything. By the end of it all, you're left breathless, questioning how love, lust, and family expectations can twist 3 ordinary nights into life-altering chaos. These guys thought they were just visiting girlfriends, but they walked into deadlines, tests, and declarations that will define their futures. What do you think happens next? Will Rick finally give Trisha's family the baby answer they demand, or will he protect his own boundaries? Drop your hottest takes in the comments. Who's handling their crossroads the best, and who needs to wake up fast? Rick, Stig, or Forrest? If this emotional rollercoaster had you hooked, smash that like button, subscribe for more Talent Zone updates on all the 90-day drama, and comment your predictions below. Which couple's mess do you want recapped next? Share with a friend who loves the chaos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for riding this wild ride with me. Stay messy, stay real. Heart.
What do you think? Comment below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.